Hello, IHeartEveryone here, back with more Nameless, where we are going to conclude our date with Yuri. After that, Yuri took me to a fancy restaurant. I've only been to places like this when my parents came home, so it was very strange. I never thought I'd come here with someone else in family. I never imagined it'd be Yuri. We filled our stomachs with steaks and headed home. Oh, well. Looks like we ended that date faster than I expected. But almost stopped in front of a house. But the night was already dark and the streets were empty. No, I had fun. I really felt like a princess. Well, I'm Cinderella, aren't I? I have to turn back to a maid when it strikes midnight. Yuri took my joke. We both smiled happily. Right now? Where? It's already past 8. The night sky glistened behind Yuri as he said goodbye. It's pretty late. Where is he going? I kind of want to follow him. It's already late. Wouldn't it be better to go tomorrow? What are you doing at night? For an adult. Yuri felt distant again.
신데렐라 공주님은 비친 모습도 귀엽네.
I didn't pout.
뭐야? 오늘 하루 종일 나를 독점해놓고 아직도 모자란 거야? 원한다면 더 같이 있어줄 수도 있지만 감당할 수 있겠어?
Yuri hits on me again. I didn't give in and complained. A teacher running around late at night. Tisk tisk. What would the students learn?
감놀이?
Anyways, well, I won't stop you. But don't be too late. Everyone worries.
너도 포함해서?
Turned around, not wanting to say yes. I ignored Yuri and headed home.
걱정하지 마. 너무 늦진 않을 거야.
I heard Yuri's loud voice from behind. Yuri's voice rang through the empty streets. He sounded like he was laughing. I'm back. Guys, I'm back. Soon as I opened the door, Yanho came running towards me.
마스터 오셨어요? 마스터 머리가.
Yeah, I'm back. What's wrong? Yanho widened his already big eyes.
마스터 분위기가 엄청 달라지셨네요.
Really? Feels the same for me. Yanho's eyes sparkled.
그리고 좋은 향기도 나요.
Oh, I went to a cafe earlier, and the tea scent must have gotten on me.
그래도 무사히 돌아오셔서 다행이에요. 나도 한시름 놓았군.
While Yanho noisily greeted me, Tae came out of his room.
머리 새로 했어? 어디 갔나 했더니 차향기도 나고 GPS를 달지 않아도 어디에 갔는지 다
I forgot about the GPS. Tae looked really relieved. Again, I realized how bad Yuri's reputation is, but I decided to laugh it off for now.
히로인 왔어?
Heroine. Red munched on a piece of bread and came out to the living room.
그런데 너 밖에서 뭘 하고 다녔길래 택배가 잔뜩 온 거야? 머리가 바뀌었네?
Red stopped eating and stared at me. Packages? I have packages?
아까 네 앞으로 택배가 잔뜩 왔어. 무슨 백화점에서 보낸 거라는데.
Oh, I knew he bought something for me. Department store? Packages from a department store? I never ordered anything. As I stood there looking clueless, Tae led me.
피곤하지? 자, 어서 방으로 들어가 봐. 네 앞으로 택배는 안 해뒀어.
Okay, thanks.
너 식사는 어떻게 할래? 내가 바로 차려줄 수 있는데.
Oh no, I already ate with Yuri. He took me to a restaurant.
그래.
Tae put on an odd face for a while, but soon returned to his usual self. And was kind enough to lead me to my room.
그럼 어서 들어가서 쉬어.
Okay, thank you. After thanking Tae, I went into my room. What's all this? Beside my bed were a bunch of shopping bags. They were all stacked together. I saw at least 10. These are clothes? If they were clothes I saw at the department store earlier. Saw the label and knew for sure. They were all the pieces I tried on earlier with Yuri. I clearly took them off and left them there, but why are they in my room? I never bought them. No way.
그러니까 받아주길 바래.
Did Yuri buy these? When the hell did he? He must have paid for everything while I was trying them on. Yuri would definitely do something like this. He bought a limo one morning. I can't just take these as gifts. This is literally a shower of gifts. I felt flustered to see things I've never seen before. No, to be more exact, things I never had any reason to see in my room. Should I return these? But I shook my head. He paid with his card, so without his card I won't be able to return these. Did he intend all this when he paid? I felt confused. After staring at the pile of shopping bags, I perched on my bed. No matter how many times I blinked, the shopping bags didn't disappear. There's only one thing I can do when I have this much to think about. I should write in my diary. Oh, speaking of which, let me check my phone. Oh, I do have new things. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, well, this is new. Oh, I didn't realize I had a taste thing. You're coming pretty late. Are you okay? Yeah, don't worry. Coming pretty late. Are you okay? Yeah, don't worry. Okay, well, that's what we have. Alright, so many things happened today. I'm gonna write them down. But will help me organize my thoughts. I ignored the shopping bags on purpose and sat on my desk. Let's see, today, I don't even know where to begin. I'll have to stay up all night if I want to write everything that happened today. I let out a sigh and held my pen. So after getting my hair done, I went to Banjul with Yuri, where we drank Secret Garden. It's never gonna end. Whatever, I don't know. Yawn. In the end, I didn't even write half of what happened today. I just closed my diary and stretched my arms. Thought again about the things that happened today. Felt like a character from a TV show. I've seen soap operas like this on TV from time to time. The rich, handsome male lead falls in love with a normal girl and changes her appearance head to toe. Then their lives change and they live happily ever after. The Cinderella romance story that is as old as time. But that commonplace story still enraptures a lot of girls. And according to my experiences today, I am no different. I would have scoffed at those stories before, but I felt excited when Yuri actually treated me like a princess. But did I really become a Cinderella of those stories? But in order to really become one, I need true love. Think about the conversation I had with Yuri at Banjul. I feel like I know how Yuri feels. And I think I can understand him. There are several kinds of sincerities in this world. The way Yuri gives his love equally to everyone can be sincere too. But when I heard that, I felt sorry for him for some reason. He seems lonely, the way he can only know that kind of love. Did he mean it? Yuri talked as if he felt something special for only me. My heart beat fast at what he said. But if I would get hurt if he wasn't being sincere. Get hurt? I'm surprised. Came back to my senses and shook my head. Felt a bit dizzy. Geez, what am I thinking? Is it because so many weird things happened today? I must be tired. I should go to bed. Feeling embarrassed, I hurried and jumped into bed and covered my whole body with my bedsheet. I feel so embarrassed for some reason. I don't think I'll sleep easily today, too. Oh, chapter end. Let's see, where are we? Here. Invitation? Invitation. Oh, more.
오래 기다리셨죠? 여기 있습니다. 주문하신 유리예요. 정품 확인을 위해 인증서를 발급해드리고 있는데 오너분의 성함은 어떻게 기재해드릴까요?
My name?
네, 인형을 가지시는 오너분의 성함으로 인증서를 발급해드리고 있습니다. 선물을 하실 예정이라면 받으시는 분의 성함을 가르쳐주세요.
Oh no, it is a gift, but it's a Christmas gift for myself.
아, 그러시군요. 셀프 크리스마스 선물을 하시는 고객님도 많이 계세요. 성함을 불러주시겠어요?
Sure, my name is...
자, 여기 있습니다. 오너분의 성함이 적힌
I didn't
인증서예요.
tell you my name.
이걸 가지고 계시면 언제든지 정품 확인은 물론 AS 요청을 하실 수 있어요.
Thank you.
구매하신 유리 타입은 여성들이 꿈꾸는 이상형의 남자라는 컨셉으로 발매된 인형이에요. 때문에 기존 인형들보다 훨씬 더 성숙하고 다부진 느낌의 케이스를 가졌죠. 집에서 박스를 열어보시면 분명 만족하실 거예요.
Okay, thank you. Christmas wasn't far off. The streets were decorated with Christmas lights, and I heard carol songs everywhere. I knew it was the adult line, but this is really heavy. It was much heavier than the other dolls I had at home. I knew it was big, but I didn't know it would be this heavy. How big are these dolls? I kept on bumping into people on the streets with my huge shopping bag. I again had to stop walking and change arms. It's so hard to give myself a gift. I ended up stopping in the middle of the streets. My exhausted sigh turned into white fog and cold air. Christmas carols echoed everywhere. It was the first Christmas after Grandpa died. Before Grandpa used to prepare Christmas gifts for me. But this year's different. That's a lot of snow. I wanted to fill that empty spot somehow. So I decided to give myself a gift so it would at least feel like Christmas. Of course, my favorite present is a doll. Yuri, when we get home, I know the first thing I should say to you. Merry Christmas. Aw, it's sweet. Like, they don't look like they would be that heavy. I don't know. I'm late. My socks. Where are my socks? Felt my head spin as the clock ticked away. I was busy as it is, but I couldn't find my damn socks.
옷장 두 번째 서랍에 넣어뒀잖아.
Really? I didn't see it.
아, 여기요, 마스터.
Yanho held on tightly to the socks and came running out of my room. Thanks, Yanho. You're the best. I love you. I hugged Yanho tight and hurried to the front door. After I let him go, Yanho stood there with his face red, but I couldn't care about him. Ah, my things. Did you see the thing I was holding on to just now?
실을 어디다 펴고 다니는 겁니까? 자, 여기요.
What would I do without these boys? Lance followed me to the front door and held out the shopping bag. He was frowning. Thanks, Lance. Nag me when I get home. I'm really late.
야, 어차피 늦은 거 아예 확 늦게 가면 안 돼?
Red, who was leaning on the sofa, raised his head and yelled towards the door.
확실히 파격적인 선택이긴 한데 그러기에는 오너의 안전이 걱정된다. 확실히 그 선생은 정상이 아닌 것 같습니다. 대체 어떻게 선생님이 된 거지? 그 아카데미의 선생을 뽑는 기준을 알고 싶을 정도고요. 왜 내 쪽을 바라보며 말하는 건데? 딱히 의도하지는 않았습니다. 왜? 찔리십니까? 그나저나 미안해 달링. 하필이면 지금 내 리무진이 수리 중이야.
No, why are you sorry? Anyways, I hope the repairs don't cost much. I'm worried. Yuri's limo broke down recently. I heard there was a problem with the engine. Anyways, the limo's in the shop right now, but they said it'll take some time since it's a rare model.
괜찮아. 큰 고장은 아니라고 했으니까. 그래도 차가 얼른 고쳐져야 마이허니를 태우고 아카데미에 가는 그냥 새로 살까?
Yuri talked as if he was choosing his breakfast. That's ridiculous. You think a limo's some doll's eyelashes? That's an interesting comparison. Why don't you take the chance and get in the habit of taking the bus?
됐어. 버스를 타느니 난 아예 출근을 하지 않겠어.
so stubborn. Darn, I should really go now. Guys, see you at the academy.
마스터, 조심하세요. 조심해서 가. 넘어지지 말고.
I left the front door as the boys waved to me. As soon as I came out, I ran to the bus station at full speed. Why do I have to suffer like this in the morning? To be honest, there was a reason why I made such a fuss in the morning. To start the story, I have to go back to when I woke up this morning. Hi, you're probably wondering how I got here. Well, let me tell you the story. Yawn. What? Who's calling me at this hour? An ad? Yes, hello?
헤어드라이기 에센스. 그리고 또 빠지는 게 뭐지?
Hello? Excuse me, but who is this?
구두약도 있어야 해. 정말 귀찮다. 지금이라도 거절해버릴까? 고민.
Oh, whoops. Hello?
일단 지금 말한 것들을 들고 30분 내로 야무지게.
Huh? Wait, who are you to call me yet?
그냥 늦을 생각은 하지도 말게. 너 때문에 내가 약속에 늦으면 한 번 더 이 귀찮은 일을 해야 하거든. 그래, 만약 늦었다가
Oh
널
no.
다음번 실험 실습 대상으로 쓰면 되겠고.
And he hung up. Wait, what was that? Anyways, the infirmary? Wait, that was Mr. Yujin? No way. Think about it. Why would he call me in the morning? It's definitely a prank call. But it was very much like Mr. Yujin to abruptly hang up after finishing his business. Again? Oh, it's Zoe now. What is this ringtone? Yeah, hello?
야, 너 어떻게 됐어? 살아있냐?
Huh? What's all this about? It's only morning, you know.
그건 내가 하고 싶은 말이야. 너 혹시 무슨 사고라도 쳤니?
What?
유진 선생님이 네 전화번호를 가르쳐달라고 나한테 전화를 했단 말이야. 그것도 이 이른 새벽에.
Mr. Yujin called you? How?
나 학생이잖아. 연락처는 명부에 적혀있거든. 그걸 보고 연락을 한 것 같은데 아침에 나 그 전화 받고 심장 떨어질 뻔했다니까. 내가 네 번호는 왜 묻냐고 물어봐도 묵묵부답이던데. 게다가 아침이라 그런지 목소리가 더 음산하더라. 너 괜찮은 거야?
I didn't hear what she said. So that was really Mr. Yujin? So if I don't arrive at the infirmary in the next 30 minutes, I become the next specimen. So sorry, I have to go. I think this is an emergency.
너 괜찮아?
I'm doomed. Mr. Yujin calling me in the morning. This is not my day. When is my day? The bus to the academy arrived at the station. It was still early, but the bus was still packed. Huh? This bus is normally empty at this hour. It's still early, so there should be less people. Why are there so many people? Why? I got on the bus wondering why. Soon found out the reason after listening to the bus driver's radio message. The previous bus broke down. So people who couldn't get on the bus got on this one. Wow, it's really not my day. Mr. Yujin, I'm here. I barely got here on time.
안 늦기는 무슨 30초나 초과다.
Please forgive me.
그러자는 말한 것들은 가져왔나?
No. Oh, I did. Okay, good. Yes, here you go. I caught my breath and handed him the shopping bag I brought.
물건은 맞게 잘 가져왔고. 여기서 잠깐 기다려. 나 잠시 화장실에 다녀오지.
If it were me, I would completely forget everything that he told me to get. Huh? Okay. Mr. Yujin took the things I brought and left the room. I was still panting like hell and plopped down on the infirmary bed, barely able to stand up. Thank God, but what's going on? After getting off that packed bus, I ran across the playground at full speed. Felt my muscles creaking and screaming for suddenly overworking them. Why did he call me? There were so many questions I wanted to ask Mr. Yujin when he came back, but I soon shook my head. He would never give me proper answers. No, he would never. Instead, I don't know what he'll do to me if I ask. They say ignorance is bliss. Huh? I got down from the bed and went by his desk. Mr. Yujin's lover, Beatrice, was standing there. What is that? A veil? Beatrice always shines because Mr. Yujin carefully wipes her clean every time. It's her duty to stand quietly by his desk and watch all the kids who come into the infirmary. Plus, she makes the place spooky. But today, Beatrice was wearing a large veil that covered her face. Actually, no, not her face, but her skull. But what's this veil? The moment I was about to touch her veil...
화가 난 그녀를 달랠 자신이 없으면 그대로 있는 게 좋을 거야.
Oh, Mr. Yujin, why do you have this on? OMG! Mr. Yujin closed the door and slowly walked inside. Mr. Yujin, what are you wearing right now? Oh my god, I'm so excited. A black suit and a blue tie. Is there a wedding going on? For some reason, his hair was cleanly tied back too. Mr. Yujin looks a bit like Yuri right now. Of course, he feels completely different, but he looks like a proper adult.
역시 이 옷은 언제 입어도 불편하고. 이런 쓸데없는 격식은 누가 만든 건지. 어차피 거절하고 올 건데 편하게 입고 가면 안 되나?
Mr. Yujin frowned. He was complaining, but he still looked handsome in them. Never seen him like this before. No, I don't think anyone in this academy saw him like this before. I really want to see him! Mr. Yujin, where are you going wearing that suit?
너에겐 말해도 괜찮겠지. 오늘 너한테 말해둘 것도 있으니까 말이야.
What does he want me to do now? Suddenly felt nervous. No, just pretend I didn't ask you that.
오늘 점심시간에 약속이 있어서 잠시 양호실을 비워야 해. 환자들이야 대충 선반에 있는 아무 약이나 던져주면 되는데 문제는 베아트리치야.
What?
그냥 한 번도 점심시간에 혼자 있던 적이 없거든. 그러니까 오늘은 네가 나 대신 점심시간에 여기에 와서 그녀를 날 위해 주도록 해.
I'll do my best, sir. Why would I ever talk with a skeleton model during the sacred lunch period? I mean, why would I not? Yup, don't worry, I got this. I saw his eyes glare at me behind his glasses. Ugh, I can never beat Mr. Yujin because he's so scary. I silently lamented my wretched life. I have no idea why today is going so badly. Leave Beatrice to me. Are you going somewhere far? Mr. Yujin would never leave Beatrice in someone else's hands. But asking me this favor means he has to do something that's much more important.
아니, 뭐 그런 건 아니야.
What?
그냥 맞선을 보는 것뿐이야.
What is this? Oh, I see you're going on a... What? I ended up shouting out loud. My mouth dropped. Did I just hear wrong? Mr. Yujin looked calm.
시끄러워. 조용히 하지 않으면 다음 달 생체 실험에 피실험자가 되는 영광을 누리게 해주지.
Mr. Yujin frowned as he covered his ears with both hands. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself, but if I didn't hear it wrong, Mr. Yujin, you're going on a blind date? What is this? A huge alarm just went off in my head. Must be true, seeing him answer so confidently. Doesn't make sense. The great Mr. Yujin going on a blind date? And he actually dressed up for it? I now know why he wanted a hairdresser. Oh, a hairdryer, essence, and shoe polish from the morning. He was getting ready to meet a woman. But it was a bit weird. I thought Mr. Yujin was completely devoted to Beatrice. I didn't understand how he could go on a blind date while Beatrice is still here. Or maybe he's more normal than I thought he was. Mr. Yujin, if you're going on a blind date, does that mean you're leaving Beatrice?
무슨 말도 안 되는 소리지? 아침 잘못 먹었나? 내가 베아트리체를 배신할 것 같아?
No, of course not. But you just said you're going on a blind date. Doesn't that mean you're gonna see another woman?
하나만 알고 둘은 모르는 거. 난 베아트리체를 지키기 위해 나가는 거야.
Ah, I see.
이번에 준비된 선을 보지 않으면
Oh no.
베아트리체에게 위협을 가하겠다는 협박이 있어.
Oh, this is serious. That was more shocking than the fact that he was going on a blind date. Who in the world would threaten Mr. Yujin? And it's actually working. Now it's curious who made him yield like this. The person must be great. Threatening you. Must have some major guts. Or else he would never provoke Mr. Yujin. Mr. Yujin fixed his glasses and said. He looked very uncomfortable.
확실히 간이 배 밖으로 나온 사람들이긴 하지. 나도 제어가 안 되거든.
Them? It's not just one?
그래, 여러 명이야. 우리 가족은 쓸데없이 머릿수만 많으니까.
Man, the big drama. Family! I heard something unexpected coming out of Mr. Yujin's mouth. I guess he has family, but I never knew he'd be tied to them. I always thought he ran away from home or something. Your family set up the blind date?
그래. 안 그러면 누가 나한테 이런 이야기를 할 수 있다고 생각하지?
I don't know your life, man. No, I thought your colleagues or friends made you. I don't know. I did say it, but I immediately realized it didn't make sense. Not even a colleague or a friend could make Mr. Yujin go on a blind date. I understand we're making you go on a blind date, but then what's that? He pointed towards Beatrice's covered in a veil. Felt sorry for her somehow after hearing the whole story.
아무래도 다른 여자들을 만나러 가기 위해 이렇게 단장을 하는 모습을 보면
No.
사정을 알다가도 그냥 속상하겠지.
This is so fascinating.
이렇게 해두면 이런 내 모습을 눈에 담지 않아도 되겠지. 베아트리체에게 정말
Aww. Mr. Yujin said in a sad voice. But I didn't see the tear-jerking soap opera here. I just saw an extremely handsome man talking to a skeleton model covered in a veil. Things I get to see. If you feel that bad, why don't you just dress normally? Do you need to dress up if it's just for the sake of it?
나 혼자만의 일이라면 평소대로 내가 제일 좋아하는 백일을 입고 나가겠지. 하지만 난 베아트리체의 연인이지 않나. 나에겐 사랑하는 연인이 있다고 거절할 참인데 내가 그 자리에서 상대방에게 비웃음을 사게 되면 그건 내가 아니라 베아트리체에게 모욕을 주는 거야.
No.
한마디로 내가 베아트리체의 격에 맞는 남자임을 증명하는 거다. 행여라도 베아트리체가 볼품없는 남자를 사귀는 여자란 생각을 할 수가 없어.
Oh my god. Mr. Yujin's glasses twinkled. He was talking nonsense, but it was still cool. I don't think anyone would underestimate a skeleton model's taste just because you go out wearing a white gown. Barely stopped myself from saying this. I don't know about anyone dissing Beatrice, but I guess if you dress up like that, she won't say you were impolite. Beatrice must be happy. Or ever, she might actually fall in love with him. Mr. Yujin looked really handsome in a suit, so he'll obviously be liked. Of course, she won't if she knows what he's thinking.
당연하지. 원래 남자는 사랑하는 여자를 위해 꾸밀 줄 아는 동물이거든.
I thought it was usually the opposite.
천만의 말씀. 남자는 진심으로 사랑하는 여자가 나타났을 때 비로소 자신의 매력을 발산하게 된다. 아름다운 외모만을 추구하는 겉모습만 화려한 남자. 속빈 감정이군.
I immediately thought of Yuri. He's right. He looks good on the outside, but inside, he's empty. Felt bad after thinking about Yuri's loneliness. If Yuri's feeling that emptiness right now, it means he has no one he truly loves. Is that why? I can't help but compare Yuri with Mr. Yujin, who is sparkling in front of me. The huge wall I felt was while talking with Yuri a couple days ago. I don't feel it at all from Mr. Yujin. It is odd, but Mr. Yujin does genuinely love Beatrice. Felt a bit touched by his love for Beatrice. Will Yuri ever love me like that? Oh, just love like that. I added the me in there. Then I have to come back when lunchtime comes, right? I looked at the clock and noticed it was already time for class. It did come earlier than usual, but time flies quickly in the morning.
이런 시간이 벌써 이렇게 됐고. 그럼 오늘은 부탁하지. 내가 일러준 건 명심하고 내가 없을 동안 베아트리체의 기분이 상하지 않게 조심하도록 해.
Okay. I wanted to ask how I can check if a skeleton model is upset, but I stopped.
난 점심시간이 시작되면 바로 나가봐야 돼. 나갈 때 문을 잠궈놓고 가겠다. 열쇠는 수희에게 맡기고 갈 테니 달라고 하면 될 거야.
Okay, then good luck with the blind date.
오래 걸리진 않을 거다. 빨리 해치우고 돌아올 테니 점심시간 동안 꼼짝 말고 지키고 있어.
Okay. Left the infirmary and closed the door. I'll stop the episode there for today, and next time we will do everything we can to make sure Beatrice has an okay day. Because that's rough. That's a rough situation, and I feel for her. Anyway, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!